So, when it comes to weight loss, I feel like there's a million different tips and tricks people give out online. Like you're bound to get some kind of tip here. Your grandma's going to tell you to do this. Your mom's going to say, "Well, back in the day we did this." Or somebody's just going to pop up out of the blue and say, "Do some booger sugar. That'll get rid of your cravings for cookies." Like people have got friggin' advice for everything. Or you go to a doctor, they're just going to tell you to take Ozempic. But the fact is not all of them are great tips. I'm sure some of them work, okay? There's a reason that maybe now we're a fatter society than we were back in the day. And I don't know what all those different reasons are, but some of those old tips have to actually work. But some of them also were there's a little bit of blow in your Coca Cola, which will keep you going stronger. Like there's a bunch of old stuff that just doesn't work anymore. You can't exactly go to the pharmacy and pick you up whatever the hell you need, get you on some extra stimulants and lose some damn weight, okay? But this doctor right here, Dr. Mike's about to fact check popular weight loss tips. And I just feel like this is going to be fun to see some of the old tips and see if they're right or if they're wrong. And maybe they can help me get off the last little bit of weight I'm trying to friggin' lose here. So let's go.
Turn down the lights and turn up some music while you eat. These environmental distractions will take your attention away from the food. Turn your house into a rave while you eat. Get a giant bear chasing you around so that you don't have enough time to put the food in your mouth. What kind of advice is this? For those of
Hey, I'm good with the bear idea because there ain't no damn time to eat when you're getting chased around by Yogi. And maybe a rave does help you with a damn Reese cup, Mike. Who knows? That could be a damn good idea.
you who are looking to be at a healthier weight, the internet has no shortage of weight loss advice. Well, in this video, I'm gonna take some of that advice and put it through a lie detector and find out what's true, what's not, and what's kind of in that middle ground. Let's get started. Drink black coffee. This will boost your metabolism. Well, look, caffeine is a stimulant, so it could potentially boost your metabolism. But why I like this statement is because black coffee means that it doesn't have excess calories from sugar, milk, creamer, all of that. In addition, black coffee will technically keep your fast going. So if you're a fan of intermittent fasting, you're still gonna be getting a lot of those same benefits with having a little stimulation on board. Hang
I have heard a lot of people preach the whole black coffee between meals will help you not want to eat more, but who knows? He just said the damn bear. I think the bear is a better idea than drinking a bunch of coffee because who the hell drinks coffee without creamer? My advice would be get abducted by aliens, let them probe away the pounds. That one will work good for you too.
a mirror in front of your dining table. Studies show watching yourself reduces the amount of food you consume. No! If you
Yeah, that one doesn't really work. Everyone knows mirrors steal fat people's souls, so we don't really look at them all that often. Like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most morbid of them all? You can't shame me into not wanting to eat food. But I mean, it probably works for some people. Somebody's sitting there with a mirror in their bedroom and their dining room and doing all kinds of extra activities.
If you want to hang a mirror in front of your dining table because of decor, please go right ahead. If you're doing it so you hate yourself while you're eating, no, por favor, no más. Use smaller plates and bowls to serve your own food. This is
That's
an
not
optical
bad.
trick that will give you a full sensation from seeing a clean plate. I like this tip. I think it's a fairly benign tip. Really, one of the biggest problems in the eating habits of my patients who are obese or overweight is that they eat really big portions. And
That's the problem, okay? America, as far people in the UK tell me the portions have gotten really crazy over there too, but like nobody reads the damn serving size. If you actually sit there and look at that nutrition label, and you're like, "Oh yeah, it's only got 100 calories." Joke's on you. It's 15 kernels of popcorn. Who the hell's stopping at 15, okay? So it's always just portions, measuring stuff out, not eating more. Like I think that's one of the things bariatric surgery really helped me with was learning. But yeah, you have to be very, very like you have to know. You have to be looking at that label all the damn time. Live by it. It's your Bible.
they don't even realize it. So by having a smaller plate, you're already helping yourself to figure out a healthy portion size. But also, when you see it and you eat the entire plate, there is a psychological concept to how you absorb those calories. It really does take effect. Participate in intermittent fasting, though it may also reduce muscle mass. This is controversial. For some, like myself, intermittent fasting works great because
I
you're
like
eating
it.
in a very specific window, meaning that you're not eating for 16 hours of the day and you're only eating in a time restricted 8-hour feeding pattern. You're
I've said that a million different times. If you set a window and that's the only time you allow yourself to eat, it will stop you from like kind of roaming around and just boredom eating all day, it personally helps me. It might help you. Just set a time like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Can't eat again till breakfast rolls back around. That will help you. Like it helps me a lot. It's really good for me.
You're gonna eat less calories. That's just the nature of eating in a smaller window. That being said, some people actually get a disordered relationship with their eating habits when they do this type of fasting, so it's certainly not for everyone, but it is an option. And we've actually seen some favorable health effects outside of just weight loss. That includes hormonal changes, favorable hormonal changes, increased clarity. Also, there's a genuine benefit to not having to eat for 6.
All right. So intermittent fasting has not put me inside like in touch with my feminine side or anything like that. I'm not more emotional. The hormones aren't going crazy. My libido's not through the roof because I'm not eating Lucky Charms all friggin' day. Like, I don't know about that one, but he's a doctor. I'm not. Some of you were really friggin' mad at the last video I did of his where he was like kind of picking apart some of the things Dr. Now said. You're like, he's a family medicine doctor. He wouldn't understand working with hippos all friggin' day. Like, yeah, granted, that's not his specialty. So I would side with Dr. Now on most things 600.
16 hours of the day. Kind of gives you an advantage for you to be able to focus, exercise, perhaps do a little mindfulness session, which can go a long way to calming you down and perhaps aiding in your weight loss. Replace your normal high-calorie protein intake with whey protein powder. This one, I am hesitant to recommend to a lot of folks. I'm not a huge fan of getting my protein needs from supplements. When you eat a protein-rich meal, it usually comes with some fat, perhaps some carbohydrates, depending on the source of the protein. And when you're getting whey protein powder, you're really isolating the protein and getting just that. I feel like you can find nutrient-rich protein sources like tuna, like salmon. And in addition to the protein, you're also gonna get a lot of other nutrients that aren't found in whey protein, like omega-3 fatty acids. Chew more.
That's one thing, like, I think him and Dr. Now actually agree on is getting like all your protein needs from supplements. I don't know. I still try to supplement my lunch each day with a protein shake. It just helps me after I work out, drinking that protein shake within like a 30-minute window. I think it's supposed to help me build muscle. I don't know. I'm still a 600-pound idiot in my head. So I'm just trying to figure things out as I go. But it's something I do. I don't know if it's going to help you or not, but it helps me feel full after I work out.
More slowly, your brain can take time to signal to your stomach that you're full, so being patient with how quickly you eat can allow your brain time to cut off before you overeat. I would change this advice just a little bit. I would say chew thoroughly, because if you slow down your chewing, that might be a little bit awkward. But if you chew thoroughly, you could actually give yourself the time to signal to your body that you're fuller, that you're getting the nourishment that you need, because it's really about eating to the point where you're satiated, not to the point where you feel so full that you hate yourself. Let's
Also, I'm not really sure that it's ever worked out for me to try to Jedi mind trick away my fupa and kind of just like trick myself in my own mind. But certain people get help in different ways. I don't know. It might work for you. You might be able to do some kind of friggin' like Star Wars, the force is with you, away the fat, get rid of your fupa, get rid of your grundle. Like, I don't know, man. You'll find all kinds of different ways to do certain things. Get rid of your cankles. It might work for you.
be honest, we've all been there, but that's not an ideal place to be if you're trying to maintain a healthy weight. Spoil food you don't want or need to eat. If you got leftovers that are calling your name, find a way to ruin the food, such as dousing it in milk or pouring in a ton of salt. What?
Why the fuck are you wasting the milk, man? You see the price of milk nowadays? We're not going out sad like that. If you got extra, it should be something healthy if you're trying to lose weight, right? You shouldn't just have a million cookies lying around.
Not only will this create a very disordered eating pattern where you're destroying food instead of creating a healthy relationship with it, but you're also getting rid of food that someone can eat. People in America are hungry, especially during COVID-19. This is a true problem.
True.
And it's even a bigger problem around the world. I don't know where this advice came from, but 2 thumbs down for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably some of the worst advice you can get. I was like, yeah, you know what I've been doing for my weight loss is I've been dunking my balls in milk and then putting on a sailor hat and telling my girl my name's Chips Ahoy and then running around the house. Like, that's definitely weight loss. That's exercise.
Drink green tea. It's loaded with powerful antioxidants called catechins, which are believed to work synergistically with caffeine to enhance fat burning. I am one of the biggest green tea fans out there. It's important to know that it has caffeine in it, so ideally not a great drink to drink at the end of the day, but for lunch, for breakfast, green tea is a great option. Not only does it have catechins, it has polyphenols in it, L-theanine, which sort of balances out the boost that you get from the caffeine stimulant, but also gives you that calming effect on your mind. Now, whether or not green tea will actually boost weight loss, it's not going to be a magical effect that you see here. In fact, I've seen a lot of companies try and do something shady like, oh, our supplements have green tea extract and that's what helps you burn fat. Don't go that far.
Bro, my mom totally buys into that shit. Every time she sees an extract that's supposed to burn fat or supposed to do this, she wants to buy it. And mom, I know you're watching this shit. You get tricked by marketing all the damn time. Like you are sitting there chugging apple cider vinegar, like taking shots of it in the morning because you think it's going to burn fat. I don't know how that works. I'm not Dr. Mike. I'm not a doctor, but you get tricked by that shit all the time. And I know you're watching this and I know you're reading the comments. Tell my mom that she gets tricked all the damn time by these friggin' marketing out here.
Interval training, short bursts of intense exercise followed by longer stretches of mild exercise. This is my favorite hit exercise. That's high intensity interval training. You go all out for 30 seconds or a minute, and then for a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you do really mild, light intensity activity.
Okay, Dr. Mike, you don't need to be telling the rest of the world about us guys' bedroom activities out here, but I guess that's how you burn friggin' calories, high interval training. Or most guys call it one chump pumping out here, but it got 5 minutes of aftercare. There's a 5 minute cuddle after that 30-minute burst, okay, or 30-second burst.
One, it promotes weight loss. Two, it promotes muscle building. Three, it also improves heart rate variability. When you start exercising really quickly and you go full on intensity, your heart rate should go up to compensate. But then when you do light intensity exercise, your heart rate should be able to settle back down. As you do this more and more, your heart's ability to calm down in that period of light intensity will improve. And what we've actually seen in scientific research is improved survival in individuals who were having heart attacks if they had good heart rate variability. It's a true survival benefit.
You heard it here first. Dr. Mike says Viagra, not Velveeta. Get you a honey pack and you'll burn away all the damn calories with your honey bun.
Get used to and accept the feeling of being hungry. You can't lose weight without enduring hunger, so recognizing and normalizing that feeling is important. Not true. You can lose weight without necessarily ever feeling hungry and suffering with it. Intuitive eating is something that many of my patients have done and done quite well, actually. You only eat to the point where you're no longer hungry, where you feel satiated, but not overly full. That way, you're not overeating calories, you're not having these tremendous portions of unhealthy foods, and you don't have to sit and starve yourself. Lift weights.
That's a huge problem, though, that people don't understand. And I think I have a grasp on this just because I ate to the point where, like, that you guys could have threw me in a zoo and they probably would have thought, ooh, they got a manatee exhibit, okay? Like, I understand that I used to eat to the point I was stuffed and like almost sick every single time. So there's a point now where I realize, okay, I'm full. I don't need to stuff myself. And I think that's what he's talking about with intuitive eating, at least. It'll help you out if you stop eating to the point where you feel ill every single time just because food tastes good, right?
Weights instead of just doing cardio. Not only does this cause you to lose fat, but you also build muscle to replace it. Oversimplified advice, but overall decent concept. I'll explain. When I recommend an exercise routine for my patients, I rarely say just cardio or just weight training. It's usually a combination of the both. Reason being is they have different benefits, and those benefits really paint a complete picture of good or optimal health. For example, going for a run, really good for your heart, helps heart rate variability, especially if you're doing high intensity interval training. But when you're lifting weights, you're not only burning fat and using calories while you're exercising, you're also doing that when you recover later that day, the following day, because it takes energy to rebuild that muscle and to rebuild it even stronger or bigger if you're lifting heavy enough and consistently enough. Snack off.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's always going to be a combination of the two is like the most beneficial to you. Even if you're just like picking up some dumbbells and walking up and down stairs, like that's always part of my routine where I just pick up the dumbbells and walk up and down the stairs in my house towards the end or towards the middle of my workout. Focus, like, I don't know. I probably could use a lot of help from like a like personal trainer. I just do what I do. I call it my prison gym. I go for a walk after I'm done lifting, just so it's like a combination of the two. and I usually walk like a mile or two, something like that.
Often. This will prevent metabolic slowdown where your metabolism stops if there is nothing there to digest. While
Snack
snacking, your
often.
metabolism is forced to stay engaged. This one has been pretty much debunked by modern science. While for some individuals, as long as they monitor their caloric intake and they're not eating poor quality foods, grazing, snacking like that could be a potential option, but it is not a mandatory way for success. There's
Bro, you know how many times I've heard people say, just eat 5 small meals throughout the day instead of eating your 3 major meals? Like, I feel like so many people believe that that's a way to kick your metabolism into high gear. And I don't, he's about to explain to us, but I don't think that's necessary. And I think if you have a problem with eating, just trying to stop at that snacking, like, it's never going to work.
plenty of people that can eat 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, and do just as good a job as those who eat smaller, frequent meals throughout the day. This is an individual decision based on your goals, your lifestyle, and really what your preferences are. This should not be a painful process. Drinking water 30 minutes before a meal will help your body burn calories faster and therefore lose weight.
I've seen in the comments people say to chug water before you eat because it will make you feel full faster, not anything about it helping you burn calories or anything like that. But I have heard people say they use it as a way to fill up faster.
Losing weight isn't as simple as drinking some water, but water is a really important nutrient for your body, and there's several benefits to staying well hydrated. When you drink water, you stretch out your stomach, therefore you're less likely to consume a really large meal. Second, there's a water-induced thermogenesis process that has some evidence and truth behind it, where by drinking 70-degree water, you actually have to heat it up to your normal body temperature, and that burns some calories. Not a huge deal, but definitely worth noting. It helps to remove waste of your body, so it decreases bloating and it gets that whole system going. It also keeps you hydrated and performing well during your exercises. When you have a good exercise session, you're more likely to burn more calories. Begin meal
All right. So, I mean, yeah, pretty much what I said. It's going to be a thing about filling up faster than anything else with drinking the water beforehand.
prepping. Plan out all of your meals for the week and spend a few hours cooking them, storing them in resealable containers ahead of time.
That's a great idea.
This will allow you to eat a prepped meal instead of ordering takeout when you're too tired to cook something fresh. I love this piece of advice. I've tried to do this in the past, but I realize I'm a terrible cook, so I'm working on it. But the reason why I enjoy this is because A, you get to control what kind of foods you're eating, what kind of oils you're cooking with. When you have that layer of control, you're gonna make better decisions. Second, when you're tired and you're coming home and you don't have the energy to make something, you're probably gonna order out. And when you're ordering out, you're gonna say, well, since I'm ordering out, I wanna enjoy it. And you're gonna get something that's less than ideal. So yes, plan your meals out ahead of time. You'll save money, eat healthier, and potentially even learn a new skill, which I need to do. While exercise can certainly aid in weight loss,
Meal prepping's probably like one of the best things I've heard in this whole entire video. Like, I just friggin' or my girl just meal prep for me for the week. Made me like some turkey burger taco meat and some like chicken breast chopped up, just stuff that I can grab really quick so I don't have to sit there and feel like I have to cook something every single time I want to eat.
diet accounts for the vast majority of the equation behind losing weight, and it's quite possible to lose weight without adjusting your workout routine at all. I always want my patients to exercise, and it's not solely because I know they're gonna expend more energy, therefore lose some weight. It is because it is healthy in all aspects of life. It's gonna help somewhat with weight loss, your mood, your aches and pains, your confidence level, which will play a role in your anxiety or depressive symptoms. That being said, if you really are interested in lowering your weight to a healthy level, to a weight that's ideal for your height and your lifestyle, diet is the number one thing you should focus on. That being
Right.
said, sleep, exercise, your mental health, all of those things need to be taken into account. Calories in and calories out could make sense from a scientific perspective. It's not really great from a practical perspective, at least not for everybody. Click here for an entire
All right, so that's Dr. Mike's breakdown on some of the old things. I do feel like calories in, calories out is kind of going to give you the baseline for what you need as far as like dieting, but some of those tips weren't all that bad. Some of them were like just a little stupid. I don't know. Chased around by a bear seemed like the best one in the whole damn video. Actually, no. The meal prepping was probably the best tip in the entire video because so many people just grab something when they're hungry and they don't feel like cooking. But Dr. Mike also said take a honey pack and give her the jackrabbit 30 seconds hard and then 5-minute cuddle, and then you'll lose friggin' weight. But leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about these tips and tricks. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.